Hello students, today we will start our new chapter number 4, Rajput Age. Parimal was watching a historical serial on TV in which he saw a palace. A thought arose in his mind. Are such palaces still in existence? Who had constructed such palaces? Being curious, he went to his grandfather to get answer to this question. His grandfather told him a few things. He said such palaces were constructed by kings in ancient times. We come across many such palaces, some of which are in ruins while others are in good condition. There is a difference between the construction of structures in present times and the kind of work done in earlier ages. This picture shows a modern architecture and the kind of work done in present time. From these differences, we can make out the period during which a particular structure was constructed. Monuments constructed during the Rajput age can be seen even today. To know about that era, let us know about our topic is Rise of New Dynasties. After the death of Emperor Harshvardhan in the middle of 7th century CE, many feudal chieftains and landlords declared themselves to be independent and founded new dynasties. List the present names of the regions marked on the map in which kingdom of the Rajput age is your city situated. Many dynasties came into existence. Now let us know about the main dynasties ruling North India. They were the Gurjar, Pratihara, Pal, Chalukya, Parmar and Chauhan dynasties. Among those in South India were the Pallava, Rashtrakutas, Kalyani Chalukya, Cher, Pandya and Chola dynasties. The kingdoms of early medieval period were divided into two parts. First North India and second South India. Now let us know about the main dynasties ruling North India. After the death of Harshvardhan, many kings ascended the throne of Kanuj. Among them, Yashovarma is considered as a powerful ruler. After him, the Pratihara dynasty established its rule in Kanuj. They protected India from Arab invasion. Mihir Bhoj, who was also known as Bhoj, was the most powerful ruler of this dynasty. He fought many battles with the Rashtrakutas during his reign. We will learn about the Rashtrakutas later on. The Parmar dynasty was an Indian dynasty that ruled Malwa and surrounding areas in west-central India between 9th and 14th century. Ujjain and Dhar Nagari were the two main cities of Malwa. Dhar Nagari is known as the Dhar district of Madhya Pradesh at present. King Munj and King Bhoj of Parmar dynasty were not only good rulers but also good poets. They gave patronage to the scholars in their courts. Raja Bhoj or King Bhoj made Dhar Nagari the center of studies Vidyanagari and established a university Vidyapith for the study of Sanskrit literature. Many architectural monuments were built during this time. This picture shows the statue of Raja Bhoj. This picture shows the Bhojeshwar temple built during the reign of Raja Bhoj. This is another example of architecture monument built during the reign of the Raja Bhoj. This is known as Bhojshala. Is a historic building located in the present day which is at Madhya Pradesh in India. The Parmars fought many battles with the Chalukyas of the south. After the death of Raja Bhoj, the kingdom of Malwa weakened. There is one interesting fact that it is said that Raja Bhoj suffered from brain tumor in his early age. In the early 10th century, he was operated by two brothers from Ujjaini, who sent him into a controlled coma using a medicine called Sammohini. They then opened his skull and removed his tumor. Raja Bhoj survived this surgery and lived. The rulers of Pala dynasty and Sen dynasty ruled in Bihar and Bengal. There were two main dynasties in North India. First is Pala dynasty and second is Sen dynasty, ruled in the two states named Bihar and Bengal. The rulers of the Pala dynasty had added Pala to their names, and so their dynasty was known as the Pala dynasty. Because the rulers of Pala dynasty had added their names with the word of Pala, so their dynasty was named as Pala dynasty. Many Rajput rulers of the Chauhan or Chahman dynasty ruled over various parts of Rajasthan during 7th century and 8th century CE. Now you people might be knowing about this, that in Rajasthan mainly Rajput rules were ruling there in the 7th and 8th century. You have explained over here. Of them, one branch ruled over Shakambari, a place near Lake Sambar, which is to the north of Ajmer, in the beginning of the 8th century. Now, one branch of Chauhan dynasty was ruling in Shankbari. Shankbari is a place near Lake Sambar, which is situated in the north of Ajmer, and in the beginning of the 8th century that branch was ruling there. Ajay Raj ascended the throne of Shankbari in the 12th century. Ajay Raj was the name of the ruler who came to throne of Shankbari in 12th century to rule over there. He established the city of Ajay Meru, which later came to known as Ajmer. Now, with the name of Ajay Meru, the city was named as Ajmer. The rulers of the Chauhan dynasty captured Delhi, the capital of the Tomar kings, and established their supremacy. Now, in the beginning of Tomar kings were ruling in Delhi, but Chauhan dynasty established its rule by capturing Delhi in a conflict with Tomar kings. Chauhan dynasty defeated Tomar kings. Chauhan dynasty defeated Tomar kings and established their rules in the Delhi. Prithviraj III or Rai Pithora was a powerful ruler of the Chauhan dynasty. You might be knowing his name, Prithviraj Chauhan. He was unparalleled, or today also we can say he is unparalleled in the history of India, because his bravery on the battlefield was outstanding and he cannot be compared with any of other rulers. Many stories and folk songs have been written about his bravery on the battlefield. Many stories and folk songs have been devoted till today in the famous book named Prithviraj Raso. Now this book was written by a poet named Chand Bardai, who has written about Prithviraj Chauhan's valor in his epic Prithviraj Raso. Valor means about his courage and epic means a long poem. We shall learn about the battle between Prithviraj Chauhan and Shahabuddin Muhammad Ghori later on. The Gohils or Guhils of Mewar, who were later known as the Sisodia Rajputs, hold a unique position in medieval history. So, if the Sisodia Rajput hold a unique position because it is said that Bappa Raval established this dynasty. During the Rajput era, the Chedi dynasty ruled over Jabalpur, which is to the south of river Narmada, Madhya Pradesh. It was known as the Chedi dynasty of Kalachuri with its capital at Tripuri, present day Tevar. In the medieval era in Gujarat, the Rajput dynasties of the Chavdas, followed by the Solankis, ruled over Anilwad, Patan. There were many valiant rulers of this dynasty about whom we will study later on. That means over here you have been explained that in North India there were many rulers, there were many dynasties who came and ruled over North India, and among them some of the dynasties ruled in such a way that no other dynasties had ruled like them. They were different from each other, and they all the rulers were very powerful. Here valiant means over here We can say very brave. South India. During the Rajput era, many big and small states were established in South India. After the demise of Pulkeshi II, his vast empire disintegrated into smaller states. The reign of many rulers of the Chalukya dynasty is noteworthy. Now, over here, after the death of Pulkeshi II, whole of empire was disintegrated. Means टुकड़े हो गए थे, छोटे छोटे states में बट गए थे. The empire was divided into smaller states, and then the reign of many rulers of Chalukya dynasty is noteworthy. That means the rulers of Chalukya dynasty were very ambitious. The kingdoms of the Pallava dynasty and the Chola dynasty are also included at the states of South India. Pallava and Chola dynasties were ruling in South India. Narasimhavarma was a stronger ruler of Pallava dynasty. The emperors of this dynasty were lovers of art and literature. In South India, mainly, all the rulers were lovers of art and literature, as because the art and literature was given first priority over there. For example, the Kailashnath temple of Kanchi is the best example of Pallava architecture. You people might have seen the temple of South India. How those temples are constructed? Have you seen those temples hold the unique position in the history of India? The architecture design, everything is different from the other temples of India. So it can be said that the rulers of South India were very ambitious in the art and literature, or you can say that they were very ambitious related to their. The Chola dynasty also ruled in the south. Tanjore was their capital. Tanjore at present, it is a city in Tamil Nadu. The rulers of Chola dynasty attacked Ceylon and annexed many territories. Now you have been explained over here that the Chola dynasty attacked Ceylon, that means on Britishers, and annexed means occupied many territories, and territory means you can say area. The Cholas had a powerful navy because of which they could attack countries even across the sea. That means we can say that their army was very good, which they could win over or across the sea. Raj Raja I adapted a very systematic way of administration in his state. Raj Raja was also the ruler of the Chola dynasty, and his administration was very systematic, was in a very systematic way. How? He started with the measurement of land and local self-government. He adopted exactly the same policy which we are seeing or which we are following today by our local self-government. And local self-government is very much necessary for the proper administration of a particular area, and measurement of land is also necessary so that this discrimination can overcome. Apart from them, the Rashtrakutas, Chera and Pandya dynasties also ruled in South India. So, it is evident that many dynasties ruled at different places during the Rajput age. There were frequent battles between them to annex each other's areas. Due to the internal conflicts, there was no unity among them. Now, what was the policy of these rulers of South India? That they were fighting with each other to occupy each other's area in order to become powerful. But foreign invaders took advantage of this. So many times foreign attack had been observed, and advantage was very grateful for them. We will discuss the administration and culture during the Rajput era in the next unit. Now, things to know. Rulers of Rajput dynasty in medieval age. Utpala dynasty ruled in Kashmir. Salam, Hajar Varma, Vanmala Varma, etc. ruled in Kamrupa, which is in Assam. Naga Bhatt I Devraja, Mihir Bhoj, Mahendrapala, etc. were the great rulers of Pratihara. Sahiya dynasty ruled in Gandhar. Chandela ruled in Bundelkhand. In the beginning, Tomar ruled in Dilak, that is in Delhi. Rashtrakuta ruled South India with the fall of Chalukya dynasty. Rashtrakuta came to power. Rashtrakuta means head of a state or area. Now why it is said as a head of a state or area? Because it is believed that the founder of this dynasty was an officer of that community and hence the dynasty was named after him. Out of many rulers, Govind III was the most powerful king of this dynasty. Which dynasty? Rashtrakuta dynasty. In the 18th century, he established a powerful kingdom in the Deccan. At present, in the western or South India, the Pandyas also ruled over South India. The Pandya dynasty is believed to be very ancient. Now, it is quite clear to understand that Pandya dynasty was very ancient dynasty of South India. As Megasthenes, the Greek traveler, notes that females used to rule in this community. According to the Greek traveler Megasthenes, who had noted down in the book that the female ruler were ruling the community when Pandya dynasty was ruling in South India. The inscriptions of Emperor Ashok and also contain references to the Pandyas. जिन इंस्क्रिप्शन पे एम्परर अशोक के बारे में लिखा गया है उन्हीं इंस्क्रिप्शंस पर पंड्या डायनेस्टी का भी जिक्र किया गया है. इंस्क्रिप्शंस मीन्स जहाँ पे मीन्स वॉल्स पे, पत्थरों पे, जिन भी जगहों पर कहीं अशोका के बारे में कुछ भी जानकारी लिखी गई है उन्हीं इंस्क्रिप्शंस पे आपको पंड्या डायनेस्टीज की इंफॉर्मेशन भी मिलेगी. द पंड्याज रूल इन प्रेजेंट डे मदुराई एंड थिरुनेवेली इन तमिलनाडु. Over which place the Pandya dynasty was ruling at present? It is known as Madurai and Tirunelveli in Tamil Nadu, which is situated in Tamil Nadu. Chera is now known as Kerala. In ancient time, Kerala was part of the Tamil state. Later on, Kerala or Malayalam state separated. Kepalputra Rajya is mentioned in the inscriptions of Ashoka. Inscriptions of Ashoka mentions or includes that Kerala or Malayalam state separated Kapalputra Rajya. In that time, in which time? When Pandya dynasty was ruling, and then Athan II was the first strong ruler of their dynasty. Cheran Setungvan was a powerful ruler of this dynasty. Athan II is known as the first strong ruler of Chera dynasty, and among them Cheran Setungvan was a powerful ruler. First ruler was Athan II, and while among them the powerful ruler was Cheran Setungvan. Now things to know. Dynasties of South India in the medieval period. Chalukyas ruled Vatapi, Badami. Rashtrakutas ruled Manyakheta. Hoysala ruled Dwar Samudra. Yadavas ruled Devgiri. Cholas ruled Tanjore. These are the places where the dynasties ruled in South India. Our next topic is pride of Rajput rulers in South India. As the topic says, pride means this shows their courage, their ability, ambition, and their everything. Rajputs were very brave. They felt proud to give up their lives for their country, to die, but never fear, to protect those who seek refuge, to speak the truth and fight for the truth were their special traits. Now, what were the qualities of Rajput rulers? That first of all, they felt proud in giving up their lives for their country, and second, their motto was to die but never fear. मर जाना मंजूर है पर डरेंगे नहीं. To protect those who seek refuge, हमेशा उन लोगों को प्रोटेक्ट करना जो उनके शरण में आते हैं। अगर उनके शरण में दुश्मन भी आ जाएंगे ना तो वो उनकी भी रक्षा करेंगे। टू स्पीक द ट्रूथ एंड फाइट फॉर द ट्रूथ वर देयर स्पेशल ट्रेड्स। सच बोलना और सच के लिए बोलना, सच के लिए लड़ना, ये उनकी स्पेशल क्वालिटीज थी। राजपूत वुमन, राजपूतानी वर नोन फॉर their chastity and fearlessness. Rajput women were famous for their purity. Chastity means purity and fearlessness means nidarta. They sent their husbands, sons and brothers to the battlefield with a smiling face. They were so brave that if need be they would fight on the battlefield. Now over here the courage of Rajputanis is also mentioned, that if the need be there, then Rajputani can or could fight on the battlefield at any cost. They were not feared if the rival is strong or not. They preferred Juhar if their husbands were defeated or attained martyrdom in wars. वो अपने आप को जौहर करना मंजूर करेंगी, बट दुश्मन के हाथ लगना वो मंजूर नहीं करती। जौहर मीन्स टू बर्न अलाइव, मीन्स कि वो अपने आप को जिंदा जलाना वो उन्हें मंजूर था, दुश्मनों को वो हाथ लगाने नहीं दे सकती थी। द हीरोइक स्टोरीज ऑफ द राजपूत एज आर एनग्रेव्ड इन गोल्डन लेटर्स इन द हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंडिया। एंड राजपूत के बारे में गोल्डन लेटर्स में लिखा गया है हमारी हिस्ट्री में।